The automotive industry is undergoing a seismic shift, and traditional car dealerships are beginning to panic. As consumer preferences change and new sales models emerge, the once dominant dealership model faces an uncertain future. What's causing this sudden anxiety among dealerships? From the rise of electric vehicles and direct-to-consumer sales to changing regulations, online marketplaces, and economic shifts, the industry is at a crossroads. Let's dive deep into the factors causing dealerships to panic and what this means for car buyers. Rise of direct-to-consumer sales. One of the biggest threats to traditional dealerships is the direct-to-consumer sales model pioneered by companies like Tesla. Unlike conventional car brands that rely on franchise dealerships, Tesla sells its vehicles directly to customers online and through company-owned showrooms. This model eliminates the middleman, allowing automakers to control pricing, customer experience, and service quality while also reducing costs associated with dealership markups. Other manufacturers, such as Rivian and Lucid Motors, have adopted a similar strategy, bypassing dealerships altogether and creating a more seamless buying process for customers. Legacy automakers like Ford and General Motors are now experimenting with direct sales for their electric vehicle lineups, signaling a massive industry shift. This shift is forcing traditional dealerships to rethink their role, as their long-standing exclusivity in selling new cars continues to erode. Many dealers are now focusing on service, financing, and used car sales to stay competitive. However, challenges remain, as some states have strict dealership protection laws that prevent direct-to-consumer sales, keeping the traditional dealership model alive for now. Automakers, however, are lobbying to change these laws, aiming for greater control over their sales channels. With the direct sales model offering consumers more transparency, convenience, and often lower prices, the future of car dealerships remains increasingly uncertain. Electric vehicle revolution. The transition to electric vehicles, EVs, is another major concern for dealerships, as it directly impacts one of their biggest revenue streams: vehicle maintenance and repairs. Unlike traditional gas-powered cars, EVs have fewer moving parts and require significantly less routine servicing, eliminating the need for oil changes, transmission repairs, and exhaust system replacements. This reduction in service demand threatens dealership profitability, as a large portion of their earnings comes from maintenance work rather than just selling cars. Adding to the challenge, automakers are investing heavily in EV production, while simultaneously exploring new ways to distribute these vehicles with minimal dealership involvement. Companies like Tesla operate their own service centers, further reducing reliance on third-party dealerships. Additionally, EV manufacturers are integrating advanced software-driven diagnostics and over-the-air updates, enabling many technical issues to be fixed remotely without requiring a visit to a service center. This shift drastically reduces the number of in-person service appointments, cutting the dealership's revenue even further. As EV adoption accelerates, dealerships will need to rethink their business models to remain relevant in this rapidly evolving industry. Some may pivot towards specializing in EV maintenance, battery diagnostics, or charging infrastructure, while others may focus on selling used cars or offering subscription-based vehicle services. Ultimately, dealerships that fail to adapt risk becoming obsolete in an automotive landscape increasingly dominated by direct sales and self-sufficient EV technology. Online car sales are taking over. Consumers are increasingly turning to online platforms to purchase vehicles, further diminishing the role of physical dealerships. Companies like Carvana and Vroom offer a completely digital car buying experience, allowing customers to browse, finance, and purchase vehicles from the comfort of their homes. Traditional dealerships have attempted to adapt by enhancing their online presence, but many are struggling to compete with the seamless and hassle-free experience provided by these online platforms. Online car buying services also offer home delivery, test drives on demand, and flexible return policies, making the traditional dealership model feel outdated. Many consumers prefer the transparency and efficiency of purchasing online without the stress of negotiation and dealership markups. Automakers are now investing in their own e-commerce platforms, pushing dealerships even further into a corner. Automakers cutting out middlemen. More automakers are exploring ways to sell cars directly to consumers, reducing their reliance on dealerships. Some major brands have launched pilot programs that allow customers to order vehicles online and have them delivered directly from the manufacturer. This shift not only cuts costs, but also gives automakers more control over pricing, inventory, and customer relationships. With this trend gaining traction, traditional dealerships are facing reduced sales and lower profit margins. Some dealerships are being forced to pivot, offering additional incentives or shifting their focus to used cars. However, the ability for consumers to skip dealerships altogether and buy straight from the source is causing major disruptions in the industry. Supply chain disruptions and inventory challenges. The global supply chain crisis has also hit dealerships hard. Shortages of essential components, such as semiconductor chips, have led to limited vehicle production and fewer cars on dealership lots. This has forced many dealerships to raise prices, leading to frustrated customers and declining sales. Some customers are now willing to wait months for factory-ordered vehicles rather than paying dealership markups for cars available on lot. Additionally, supply chain disruptions have made it difficult for dealerships to stock popular models, resulting in lost sales. As automakers invest in alternative sourcing strategies and localized production, dealerships will have to adjust their sales approach to keep customers engaged. Shifts in consumer preferences. Today's car buyers are more informed than ever, thanks to the abundance of online research tools and comparison platforms. Many consumers prefer a hassle-free, no-haggle buying experience, something that traditional dealerships have struggled to provide. Younger generations, in particular, favor digital-first experiences and are less inclined to visit physical showrooms. Subscription-based vehicle services are also gaining popularity, allowing consumers to pay a monthly fee for access to a fleet of cars rather than purchasing one outright. This further erodes the traditional dealership model. The automotive retail landscape is evolving, and dealerships must innovate or risk becoming obsolete. Regulatory changes and legislative pressure. Governments worldwide are pushing for stricter emissions regulations, accelerating the shift toward EVs and putting pressure on dealerships that rely on traditional internal combustion engine (ICE) vehicles. Some states and countries are proposing bans on new gasoline and diesel vehicle sales in the next decade, making it clear that the future of the industry is electric. Additionally, dealership protection laws that once ensured their survival are under scrutiny as more automakers push for direct sales. If these laws are overturned, dealerships may lose their legal safety net, making it even harder to compete in the changing market. Future of dealerships: adapt or die. Despite these challenges, dealerships are not entirely doomed. Some have begun to embrace change by adopting hybrid sales models that combine online convenience with in-person service. Others are shifting their focus to EV education, helping consumers understand the benefits of electric vehicles and providing specialized maintenance services. Additionally, partnerships between dealerships and automakers could help redefine the role of dealerships in the evolving auto market. Some dealerships are also exploring new revenue streams, such as offering vehicle subscriptions, concierge-style customer services, and exclusive maintenance packages for EV owners. Those willing to evolve and adopt customer-friendly, tech-driven solutions will likely survive and thrive in the new era of car sales. The panic among dealerships is real, and for good reason. The automotive industry is changing at a rapid pace, with direct sales, electric vehicles, online purchasing, and shifting consumer preferences disrupting the traditional dealership model. While some dealerships may struggle to survive, others will adapt and evolve to meet the demands of modern car buyers. The landscape of car sales is shifting like never before, and dealerships must choose: evolve with the times or risk extinction.